Hi everyone, Jim here. Welcome to Mystery and Mayhem. I hope everyone's been enjoying this beautiful weather we've been having this last week. It's almost felt like autumn, but yeah, it's been beautiful. I've been enjoying it so much, and it's another beautiful day out there. So I hope you're all taking advantage of it and you're getting outside and enjoying yourself. I haven't been doing much reading this last month. I mean, it is Garbaugust, as you all know, and I have read a few books, and I wanted to update you on what I have been reading. So let's get right to it. The first week for Garbaugust, I read The Mist from S.I.S by Bob Tralins. Her assignment: uncover a sinister plot to establish a dictatorial monarchy in Washington, D.C., USA. The President of the United States was about to be made king, unless, of course, the mist from S.I.S could beat him to the throne. So I have had this book on my shelf for literally years, and I've never read it before. I did find it enjoyable. It's an irrelevant piece of fluff. I mean, there's not much to it, but again, it's Garbaugust. It's not meant to mean anything. It's just meant to be an enjoyable read. And this took advantage of Bond mania back in the day when you saw all kinds of paperbacks and characters like this on the bookshelf. So I did enjoy it, and that cover's just kind of awesome. So yeah, The Mist from S.I.S by Bob Tralins. Interesting book, interesting read. This one here, The Executioner Battle Mask by Don Pendleton. This is number 3 in the Executioner series. And I decided to kind of jump. I didn't want to start right at the beginning. I kind of wanted to jump into the series where the writer kind of had more of a handle on the character and the stories. And I'm glad I did, because this one was very enjoyable. Now this one, I'll read from the back. In the third book of the best-selling Executioner series, war hero Mac Bolan, wearing a new Sicilian-style face fashioned for him by a plastic surgeon and ex-war buddy, infiltrates the inner family of the Mafia. Aided by the headman's beautiful daughter, Bolan almost becomes son-in-law and heir apparent to the powerful DeGeorge West Coast Empire. Still haunted by police and mafiosi alike, with a $100,000 price tag on his head, the Executioner evades all the dragnets and strikes a crippling blow against the invincible underground organization before his identity is uncovered and he disappears to fight another day. And he went to town on the mafiosi in this novel, as he does in all the other novels. I really enjoyed this. I really had a lot of fun with it. I've read a few other Executioner novels over the years, but I haven't for a while, so this was just a nice refreshing change to jump into. I've got the first, I think, 38 novels, all the ones that Don Pendleton, the creator of the Executioner, wrote, and after number 38, other writers took over the series, and I've read some of them, as I said, years ago, and they were enjoyable, but I always prefer to read the creator's version of the stories. You know, he's the guy who created Mac Bolan. He knows him better than anybody else. And yeah, good book, very good book. I'm currently reading Batman Arkham Knight. This is a novelization of the video game by Marv Wolfman. I love Marv Wolfman, a great comic book writer. He's the one who wrote the Teen Titans in the 80s with artist George Perez, a very legendary run of the Teen Titans, and Marv Wolfman did a great job on that series, and he's been writing comic books for forever. Good writer, very good book. He fixes things up a little bit from the video game. Now, for instance, in the video game, you know, Batman, like his Batmobile's like a tank, you know, and he's shooting missiles and machine guns kind of willy-nilly at all the bad guys and tanks. And, you know, I mean, you're playing the video game and you're thinking to yourself, man, he's killing people left and right. But in this book, Marv Wolfman deals with that, because as everybody knows, Batman doesn't kill, at least not on purpose or if he can help it. But Marv Wolfman, in this book, the Batmobile uses rubber bullets, and he can actually tell if these tanks are manned or unmanned drones. So the unmanned drones, he'll deal with like harshly, blow them up, destroy them with his missiles in the Batmobile. But if it's a manned tank, he has to use other strategies so that he doesn't kill the driver of the tank. So he just goes into stuff like that. More detail. Gets into Batman's head a little bit more, because in the video game, he's been contaminated with Joker's blood. So he's the Joker's in his head in the video game, and of course the book deals with that a little better because of the inner narrative that a book would have, where a video game wouldn't have. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm not quite done yet. Like I said, I haven't really had much reading time. I mean, I've had the time, but I haven't sat down to read like I should, because time, I don't know if it's the same way for you, but for me lately, time has just been going by so quickly, and I don't seem to get the time to do the things that I want to do. And I think that's because I have so many things to do that I can't focus on one thing, if that makes any sense to you. But yeah, that's I've been enjoying that. And I've been reading, I haven't read through Garbaugust yet, but I've read most of the Garbaugust stories, and I'm loving them so far. I know a lot of these stories are written by booktubers, but I'm not too sure who's who, because they're using their real names and they're not using their booktuber names. So if there's any booktubers out there who has a story in Garbaugust, I'd love it if you put a comment down below and let me know. Say, hey, that story, I wrote that story, because I'd really like to support you guys and follow you. But if I don't know, who's who in this, I can't do that. So yeah, I'm loving this so far. I mean, I love the cover. I love the stories. A lot of artwork in here by booktubers as well. I will have it read through very soon, but I've been kind of savoring it. I didn't want to just rush through it. I wanted to take my time at it and savor the stories that are in it. But yeah, all I wanted to do today was just do a quick update. I'm going to try to do, I keep promising these things, but I want to do regular features. I want to do a regular, weekly update on Fridays, and it's my bad for not doing that. I will let you guys go, and I hope you enjoy the weather out there. Get out and just enjoy the weather because before you know it, winter will be here and the cold weather will hit and you won't be able to go outside. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. You take care and keep reading.